Hey everybody, I'm Adam,
I'm Michael.
and today we're in a special location, and we're talking about The Witcher. So toss a coin, because we're bored in Ohio. You know, that song is like a brain worm.
Do you really have it stuck in your head over and over again for sometimes?
Toss a coin to your Witcher.
It's fun. Jesus.
I told you, I have Karras singing the song, and she hasn't even watched the fucking show.
She never watched the show?
No. I watched it by myself.
She's not even watching Preacher with you. Because you wouldn't be. Why not?
She watched the first episode, and when the first thing you see is somebody blow up,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
she was like, nah, that's not for me.
Does she watch the Evil Dead series? The movies with you? Not the series, the movies?
No.
You need to educate that woman.
Sure. Yeah.
That's why
She's fine.
she doesn't know how to react to good films like Alien.
We're getting off topic.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Back to The Witcher.
So, Witcher.
Superman plays a white-haired monster hunter for hire.
Yeah. And he does very well, in my opinion.
Oh, he's yeah. I know you never played the video game.
No, I know. And you did,
I
but
did.
you did not read the books, correct?
I did not, no. But it's a very good mix between the two. They did it exceptionally well. I know it's a little hard to follow for some people, the whole nonlinear storytelling for the first season. And that the way that they do the jumping back and forth in time, at times I had to readjust my brain to whether this is current or something from the past.
And that show definitely had a tendency where people would just nonchalantly reference other things that happened, or like they talk about like that Queen's like first victory, and you're like, if you're not really paying attention to like character names or like this like seemingly innocent, normal like little passing comment, like you're like, okay. But if you go back, you're like, oh, they were talking about that.
Yeah.
So this is happening back then. Oh, okay, I gotcha. But I didn't really have much trouble
following
it, and I'm wondering if part of that's because I came in knowing that they were telling a nonlinear story. I know a lot of people,
I didn't know.
They don't like read up, or like I saw other people's reactions.
And they were complaining about it.
Well, like they were like, oh, it's a little hard to follow, this and the other. I mean, Netflix put out an interactive timeline of the events so that you can know when in the history of Witcher these events are happening, which I thought was actually a pretty cool idea. It's a nice little
I liked the
thing for
show.
fans.
I was actually worried because I loved the game. It's just a well-done game. But I was worried that people were going to think it's too slow and therefore boring. There's not enough going on. But at the same time, I wanted them to do it the way that which I assume the books are and the game is, which is it's all political. There's a lot of shit going on besides the fact that he, to make money and survive, goes and kills people's monsters and shit. As this kind of the background story to all the other shit going on and the major looming threat that you don't even really find out in the first season that's coming for Syria and all that crap. But really well done. And Superman is great.
His name's Henry Cavill, by the way.
Geralt. He's great. He has all the
to your best Geralt, is that how you say it? Geralt? Geralt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Geralt. Do your best. Oh fuck, from a Geralt.
My best. Oh fuck.
Yeah, he does that.
Oh fuck.
All right.
He does a lot of the.
All right. Now me. Oh fuck.
Oh, see, you went. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Just like every one of my impressions that you do better than me.
I love that he basically is like, he's a dude that played Superman, but now he's playing Geralt and he sounds like Batman.
He does,
but I know he's doing exactly as like an homage to the voice actor.
Yeah, the voice actor that did. Like he literally does him perfectly.
Henry Cavill's a huge nerd.
Yeah,
loves video games. Almost missed an audition because he was playing WoW. Like, I don't know if they approached him to play this character or if he pursued them.
I think as soon as they found out they were doing it, from what I read, he went after them and basically said that he wouldn't allow anybody else to do the part but him.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so ripped.
Oh, yeah. Dude looks good.
Like, he's a huge man.
Oh, yeah. I was telling Karras, like, well, you got eye candy if you watch it with me.
It's true. He does have his shirt off a few times.
Yeah. So with the story, from my understanding, at least from some people that I talked to, a lot of what is done in this first season is actually from the short stories and not like the bigger, longer form novels, because they have several books that are just collection of short stories that kind of fill out character backgrounds.
Yeah.
And I think they didn't really ever go into Yennefer's background that much, as detailed as they did in the show, from what I understand. Oh,
in the books, you mean? In the storyline, even in the video game storylines, you don't. Yeah, they went way more into it in this. Yeah,
which I thought all that was like. I think that I don't know what the actress's name is, but I think she's doing a great job.
She's doing a great job.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That one's her transformation scene.
Yeah.
I was like, this is horrifying, but I'm a little turned on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Kind of weird.
She's bleeding all over the place and thrusting her hips and her breasts and.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Screaming.
When you do that weird deep, she's doing like that. When you start doing that,
it starts to turn you on.
We gotta cut it.
You gotta rein me in. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm holding a fucking ice cream cone here. I thought every now and then I need
like a snow cone.
Like give it a little lick. Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh.
Now,
I think we should be doing this every week.
Yeah. I'm sure the YouTube viewers are probably like, this is new. This is interesting. For all of you that just listen to us, we're literally sitting in front of a fireplace and holding our microphones instead of having them on the stands.
Yeah. We thought it would look more sophisticated.
Yeah, sure. For The Witcher, I guess.
And our plastic wine glasses with, what are we drinking?
Jefferson's.
Reserve. Jefferson's Reserve.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Hard-aged something.
Yeah. For this old-timey story. Now,
yeah.
As I don't know, I'm going to keep saying I haven't read the books, but the show actually, some of the stuff did feel like watching or playing a video game. Like how we've talked about Mandalorian, how some of the episodes just feel like a side quest. There are episodes in this that felt like a side quest.
Yeah, which is what you're in the game. It's literally,
like, we got to go get the dragon.
Yeah.
But I had no problem with it.
No, it went. I would have been upset if they didn't do that, to be honest with you, because it's such a huge part. The game is ridiculously long, and it's even longer if you don't even want to do the storyline. Like it's like if you just did some things and then did the main storyline, it's a really long game. But if you actually took the time to finish everything, it's like 300 hours or something. It's ridiculous. It's detailed. It's really well done, and the creature designs for the ones you saw are pretty accurate for what they would look like in the game. And I know that there's been a couple of articles that say what they really should have looked like from the. They're pretty fucking close.
Shit.
Yeah.
Now, this definitely isn't like, I wouldn't call this a Game of Thrones replacement that people are probably wanting it to be, but it is very entertaining. And what I think I appreciate about it a lot is in a good way, it doesn't take itself too seriously. Like it makes fun of certain fantasy things or certain like tropes, or like the Bard is one of the best characters because he literally is like, he spouts out to me. He's like, oh, listen to me just spouting out exposition again. It's like, that's exactly what those characters do in a story or in a video game. They just there to move the story along. And I love that they called themselves out for doing it.
And in the game and the stories, that he's always the guy that Geralt's got to come back at some point because he's got himself into fucking trouble again. He's always doing some stupid shit, and he's always banging everybody's wives.
Yeah, they did get into that. That was pretty funny. This one's definitely, I'd say, more high fantasy than Game of Thrones. I mean, there's way more, like there's elves and dwarves and
dragons that can look like a
people.
Human. And
I'd say as far as like, I mean, obviously they didn't have the budget that Game of Thrones did. The special effect, I mean, they're serviceable. Some of them are a little bad. That dragon wasn't the greatest.
No.
It's like they're like, we got a dragon, but we don't have enough budget to make its mouth move. So it's just going to like talk, and you understand that it's like telepathic.
Right. Yes.
Now, that might be how dragons are in that world. I have no fucking clue. I also didn't know that dragons could like,
I don't remember.
Change form and be people. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That could have also been a
there's all kinds of there's vampires, there's werewolves, there's all kinds of cool like any like creature
in
monster or whatever is
in the game. So they haven't had those creatures in the show yet.
I'm hoping that the next season they kind of delve into, because there's some of those storylines that were in like the game and stuff, and I guess part of the books that are they're interesting stories.
Yeah. About
why this person is a werewolf, or why, or how, or a vampire that's hiding out in a specific part of town and stuff. And they're interesting stories, and he has to solve shit working through the hierarchy at times because there could be a higher up that's actually protecting. Mm-hmm. It's all really, I'm excited about watching the next season. I think it'll be good.
I would definitely call this show gratuitous.
Yeah.
It is overly violent when it's violent, and it's overly sexual when it's sexual.
Yeah. There's not nearly enough boobs yet. Like in the game, there's boobs all over the place. Boobs.
Okay, when he first met Yennefer, he literally walked through an orgy.
Well, I mean other boobs, not just her boobs.
There's a whole room of boobs.
He's not spending enough time with the prostitutes, is what I'm trying to say. You can go in and you can stop in at any time in the game. That is player-based.
That just means that you spend a lot of time with prostitutes in the game.
Hey,
that ain't the story. That's what you made it. Man, it's one of the longest games I ever played. I just couldn't stop sleeping with all them prostitutes.
All right, I got to be honest with you. I was trying to hit every hair color, assuming
oh my God,
that the curtain matched the drapes, and I was,
Jesus Christ.
I was, I literally had to go sleep with every one of the prostitutes in every town.
There's something wrong with you.
I literally would go back in. Oh, I haven't slept with this one yet.
Mm. You're an idiot. Now, did you ever watch Spartacus on Stars?
No.
So this feels
before the guy died, or the
before or after, or whatever.
Yeah, no, none of them.
Well, cool. This show felt to me like the people who made Spartacus saw Game of Thrones. They were like pissed of how Game of Thrones ended, like a lot of us are, and they were like, "Fuck it, we'll make our own Game of Thrones." This feels like a Game of Thrones told through their eyes, because that show was gratuitous as fuck. I mean, if you wanted to see Xena Warrior Princess's tits, you see them all the time in that show. You see orgies, you see slow motion orgy shit. Like, it's fucking like porn, basically. But like,
are you seeing any insertion?
No.
Well, I mean,
you can't do that on Stars.
You can't do that on Stars. This isn't HBO. But no, I did not. But was it a good show?
The first season, you're like, okay, somebody saw the movie 300.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, I like that. Let's make a whole show of 300.
Are you Owen Wilson right now?
I don't know who I am. I don't know what that voice was. That's my impression of the guy that makes that show.
Yeah.
But it grew on me. Like, at first you're like, this acting isn't that good. Like, why am I watching it? But if you just keep watching, all of a sudden you're like, all right, I'm kind of interested. And the show just actually it got better.
And did you watch after the dude died?
Yeah, it kind of made me sad though. I felt really bad for that dude.
I'm sure. Yeah,
because he had beaten cancer once, but it came back.
That is sad.
That is real sad. But yeah, this show super violent, like real nasty violence at times.
Some good swordplay though. Same guy that did the Game of Thrones. That night.
Well, several of the directors who directed Game of Thrones stuff directed episodes of this.
The Night King and shit is the same guy that did all the sword work. We're teaching.
And Henry Cavill did most, if not all, of his own stunts.
Superman, yeah.
Henry Cavill.
Superman. It's funny. The only time I didn't look at him and think Superman was when he's in the Mission Impossible movie.
When he had a mustache?
When he had that fucking stash. That was a good stash, man. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Don't tell me my business, Devil. I want to see the time.
Oh.
I had no idea. I need to know how long we're talking.
No, we don't. They don't want us to stop.
They
Not
do.
Ever.
Most people don't get this far. If you got this far, you get to learn a fun fact.
What is it? That most people don't get this far?
No.
Oh, what's the fun fact?
You're supposed to tell a fun fact. No. Okay, I'll tell a fun fact.
All right, what's a fun fact?
Going into like even in my 20s, like if I got dropped off at home, and this is when I still lived with my parents. I lived in the basement. I was that guy. If I got dropped off and I was kind of drunk, going down the stairs and it's dark, I would kick my legs straight out with every step. Reason being, if there was somebody that was going to jump out at me from the darkness, they were going to get a fucking foot to the face. Fun fact. Congratulations on getting this far.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Adam.
You're welcome, Michael.
Anyway, watch The Witcher.
Now, do you think now that they kind of have everybody set up, they got backstories done, and spoiler alert, Geralt finally meets up with Ciri, that from here on it's going to be a lot more linear?
Yes, 100%. Especially since the showrunners said they were going to. It's all linear.
Do you think they're just caving to the people that had a hard time with this first season? Or do you think story-wise it makes sense to go linear after this?
Story-wise it makes sense, yeah.
Okay.
Now, they're going to have to, if this show continues, which I hope it does. They're
going to have to fast forward, aren't they?
No, they're going to have to do some, based on how the game went and the way the storytelling went in that, and I can see why they did it that way. Fuck it. It's not really a spoiler. Ciri eventually is not with Geralt. She goes off without him.
Yeah.
And then he has to find her. She becomes like a daughter to him, which you can kind of guess.
Yeah, makes sense. So we're basically getting round 2 of Mandalorian and Baby Yoda.
Well, this was before.
I know, but Mandalorian came out first as a show.
No.
So now we're getting the gruff guy that takes on a child.
I completely disagree with this one. This is a completely disagree. You're not drinking that bourbon. I spent a lot of money on that for you.
I'm drinking it.
It's still sitting there.
You can review the video.
What video? To see if you're drinking it, you mean. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I'll speak straight to you now. Watch The Witcher. Just look, it's going to seem boring at times. It's going to seem confusing at times. I'm telling you, man, that next season, you're going to be happy that you spent the time going to the first season. The story's really interesting. The character's great if you like listening to Superman a lot. And he does that too. He does that really well. And there's a lot of boobs. So many boobs.
Yeah, so if you're a dude that likes boobs, or a lady that likes boobs,
oh yeah,
you're going to see boobs. And if you're a lady that likes to see chiseled men,
Just look at us.
Shit. Next to Henry Cavill, I mean, me especially, I'm like a fucking tub of Play-Doh.
It's not true. Don't say that about yourself.
Oh, come on. If you poke my body, your finger goes in. You poke his body, your finger breaks.
Depends on where you poke it.
Weird. Stop poking Superman's butthole.
All right. Don't watch 6 Underground.
This is a big segue.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we're done with The Witcher.
I don't know. It's just I've been meaning to say this for a while because I sat through it, and I'm trying to tell you people not to do it. Some great action sequences at times. All the actors are good. It's just, Deadpool's in it. Wade Wilson's in it. It's just Deadpool without a costume on whenever Wade Wilson's not just acting like Wade Wilson. And there's not a lot of action sequences where Ryan Reynolds is kicking ass.
Mm-hmm.
But when he does, you're like, that's Deadpool. Like completely.
Well, I mean, Deadpool at this point has become synonymous with just Ryan Reynolds in general.
Aren't you sick of Michael Bay?
Not really, because I haven't watched a Michael Bay movie in years.
I'm watching this movie, and at first I'm like, I've kind of missed the lens flare. And the ridiculously over-the-top explosions over and over
and the 360
and over.
Camera pan.
But as soon as I started watching this movie, and I'm 15, 20 minutes in, I'm like, I fucking hate Michael Bay now. Like, you should have stopped after The Rock. Because that was fun.
That was a fun movie.
I mean, it's a really fun movie.
You know what? Maybe he just needs to reunite with Cage.
Yeah. Oh, did you see that they're doing they're in pre-production for National Treasure 3?
Really?
I didn't see the other two.
I thought he's just been doing like random ass movies to pay his taxes
and I've
lately.
watched them.
Have you really?
I've watched them.
Oh, shit.
And they are fucked up.
Yeah.
And interesting. Like Mandy.
I've heard a lot of good things about that, actually.
Only Nicolas Cage could pull off these main characters for these. I don't want to call them B movies. They're just.
That one's look more like an art film.
They are. They're immediate. They're immediate cult classics. Like they're gonna have a rising base even more and more and more over the years because they're so weird. They're so odd.
Yeah.
And they're very artistic, but just Nicolas Cage is
insane.
Yeah.
Oh, you said you got those master classes. It'd be awesome if he had one. Holy shit. God. Oh, fuck.
Dude.
Somebody needs to make that happen.
Yeah. They keep adding stuff or other people on it. My God, I would love that. Wouldn't you love that? I'd let you know.
Yeah.
You'd come over. We'd sit for 3 hours and watch him tell us how to be amazing actors and amazing directing.
An emotional scene.
Yeah. Yeah. We should have him do. Oh, you know what? That guy I was telling you about, the director, the guy that's in The Mandalorian, the one I've been watching.
Mm-hmm.
Nicolas Cage is one of his favorite actors.
Werner Herzog.
Thank you. One of his favorite. He said because he takes him to the side, just gives him a comment about how because Nicolas Cage will come and be like, how crazy is this guy? What's his?
Yeah.
He's like, I just give him a little bit of a thing that he's like that. He'll step back. He goes, okay, and then he just does it. He just Nicolas Cage's it. I'm like, yeah.
Nicolas Cage knows that's like a saying too, like,
oh yeah,
like caging out or whatever, like going all Nick Cage, go full Cage.
The guy's the thing is,
man, I would watch a movie of just literally him and Werner Herzog in a room together.
Sure, I'd watch that. There's something intriguing about this guy. He doesn't sell tickets to me. To me, he doesn't immediate, but by God, I'm going to fucking rent whatever he puts out later or just watch it on Netflix for shits and giggles.
Werner or Cage?
No, Cage. Okay. Werner, I got a lot of respect for.
That dude's awesome.
But
and he was on Rick and Morty.
Was he?
Yeah.
Which one was
he? Was a voice of when they wanted Jerry's dick.
Yeah.
He was the great alien being that
really?
needed the dick. He's the one that came in and he's like, And he said, "I'm Mr. So-and-so Dick." It's
amazing.
funny if it is small. It's funny if it is big. I've never seen it fail to get a laugh.
Shit. Now that you say it perfectly.
It's so good. I've been saying Mr. So-and-so Dick a lot lately because he was in Mandalorian. I'm just like looking at him, and I'm like, Mr. So-and-so Dick. And Karras getting so mad at me. Because I read about how like they wanted to do the CG Baby Yoda, and he was like, "You're cowards. Leave it."
Yes. And he's right. He's absolutely right.
The fucking puppet's great. People love it.
Yeah.
It's to some people it's their new Jesus.
Yeah, they're gonna sell a bazillion of those fucking little dolls in 50,000 different fucking ways.
Oh yeah. Build-A-Bear has a fucking Build-A-Baby Yoda.
I saw that.
Jesus Christ. The world's gonna fucking end.
It is.
This took a turn.
A dark one.
Yeah. Maybe we need a Witcher.
Don't watch 6 Underground.
Do you have any coins?
Jesus.
Oh.
I left my fucking watch
you
on.
Son of a bitch.
Oh God, there it is again.
Yeah.
Let me I'm going to that's my wife.
Because of that, you have to sing the Toss a Coin to the Witcher song now.
All right. Silver and gold, something, something, picking at ice. There's no gold in that. I don't know the fucking.
Get to the toss a coin to the good part that everyone chimes in on.
I don't know it.
Toss a coin to your Witcher.
I just let you do
it. Oh, Valley of Plenty.
Because my problem with you is that I think you really enjoy singing it. I really do. I see you get down with the, like you're some fucking 80s rock star getting into that shit.
Gotta fucking toss that coin.
It sounds like you want to toss my salad every time you say that.
I don't. I absolutely don't.
Don't knock it till you try it. My salad's pretty tasty with ranch. That should be on a shirt.
Oh, fuck. Make it. My
salad's pretty tasty.
Some motherfuckers would buy that. And if you would, let us know.
We only want 35%. Oh, you mean
no? We're gonna make it.
Yeah,
we're gonna
you let us know you want it. We'll fucking make
put
that shit.
Salad T-shirt up. I don't even know where we've gone with this. Let's just we can say like, hey, what have we been up to? Well, we're at a cabin.
We're at a cabin right now, people.
We're discussing some creative projects. Not excluding the podcast sets. We've discussed some future aspects of this and how we want to expand on YouTube with some other types of videos and some other projects that we definitely want to get into.
I will say this. Adam and I are never short of project ideas.
Yeah, we're really short on follow through and completion. Ask our wives.
We've got notebooks of shit that we've written down over the years.
Yeah.
Gilly.
Oh, that's a full script.
Probed.
That's just on.
Probed was full.
Fuck, I forgot about
that's
Probed.
That's fully written out too.
Maybe for one of our podcasts, we can do like a table read of one of these things.
Oh, that's fun.
And if people are like, that's pretty good.
Then we do like a Kickstarter and say
yeah. And then nobody kickstarts it.
You should make that. Not want to help you do it, but
you should make that with your money.
I'd watch that for free if you guys wanted to put that on the tubes.
The tubes.
The tubes.
The TVs don't have tubes anymore.
No, the YouTubes.
Oh yeah, put them. Oh yeah.
See how I did that?
But there's only one tube.
But there's a lot of tubes on. There's a lot of tubes.
No, there's a lot of U's. Anyway, we're trying to work on some shit and get some creative juices flowing. Hopefully that's the only juices. Other than that, same old.
Not getting a lot done. Just here to entertain you, basically ourselves.
Yeah, at this point.
All right. Well, sorry, he always gives me that. You can't see it if you're just listening to it, but he always gives me this look of, end it. End it. Anyway, until next time, thank you for letting us all up in your creative juices, because we're bored in Ohio.
You're damn right. We should have been holding it like this the whole time.
Oh, fuck.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, God, that's way more comfortable.
Oh, yeah. It's like you're on the phone.
It is. We could have just sat
Hey, bud.
Ow, fuck.
How you doing?
Good. Want me to force transfer some shit to you?
Touching your dick?
Again?
Yeah. Hey, if you like what you just saw, we'd appreciate a like and subscribe. Because, that helps us. And don't you want to help us? Look at him. He needs help. Hit that. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it hard. Hard. And then comment about how hard you hit it.